Do you sometimes, like after shooting and you get home, do you sometimes forget to get out of character? Like, I don't know, like, what? You want me to wait in line? The Queen?
Yeah, no, my wife wouldn't allow that, unfortunately. No, Queen Charlotte gets very much left behind.
So we have some photos of her here.
Oh.
And I think everyone... So once we think about you in your role, it's one thing that catches our eyes directly. It's your necklace.
Faces she makes.
Yes. It's your hair, of course.
Yes.
Your wig.
That's a good picture, actually, because it frames the back of the chair as well.
I took it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I
I thought it was you.
No,
So
it was
cool.
Jack
Yeah, it
Edwards.
looks as though it's part of the wig.
So how long does it take to transform you... transform you into this... Sorry, did it hurt?
How long does it take?
How long does it take?
It takes about 2.5 hours.
Only?
Well, I think we're cutting it down this season, which is great. But yeah, it takes kind of 2.5 hours. But that's a travelling 2.5 hours. There are certain sections that I have to go to.
And how heavy is this?
We have to ask.
Yeah, we have to ask.
Very. They have been very, very heavy, yes.
You have very strong neck muscles?
Yes.
Your biceps is here.
Yes, exactly.
They made her a special chair to rest her neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like it's made of wood. It's got a bit like that, and then it's got a curved bit here where my neck can relax onto it. So the whole weight of my head can relax.
That's so great because
Onto
it
it.
would also fit in the world of Bridgerton, that the Queen would have.
It's true. Yeah.
Rest her head
Yeah.
Okay, but so hair and makeup and costume is one thing,
Yes.
but what did you have to learn for this role, or was this, I don't know, queenie attitude even part of your personality before?
It wasn't part of my personality, but my mother was the kind of first inspiration for that. That was like the first kind of fire, the flame that lit the kind of inspiration for Queen Charlotte. My mother was the matriarch. She was very steeped in community. Her upbringing was quite posh, so that side of my family are quite well-to-do, kind of upper middle class. So I kind of knew the etiquette was already there. You know, my grandmother used to make the breakfast table in the evening before, and things used to be placed, and I would help her. My mother grew up, and, she would have to sometimes put her little pinkies on the table to sit like that. And I learned how to drink tea at a very early age and how to,
why did she...
all of that kind of stuff. So that was in my upbringing.
Why the pinky?
Is it for...
It's about so you don't have idle hands.
Oh. That must have been a really
table.
fun childhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it was her grandmother.
Okay.
So that kind of generation. But yeah, that kind of etiquette I grew up with. Afternoon teas and scones and jam and cucumber sandwiches and going to manor houses. That was my life. So when this role came up, I actually went up for Lady Danbury first.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, didn't get that. Went to the marvellous Adjoa. I couldn't see anybody else doing that. And then they asked me the same day to go up for Queen Charlotte. And it was, a couple of scenes. And me and my wife just did them in it was an hour. Not even that. Because it was so close to who I was and what I knew. It was effortless. I didn't even have to try. So I think we just sent off the first take.
Oh.
And that was it.
It's
4 weeks later, I got the call.
It's such a joy to watch you, really. I can't explain what you do, but you have an aura.
Oh.
And Julia, if you watch her act as the Queen, is there a mannerism or something that Golda does that you enjoy the most?
You do something with your mouth where I've told her before, it doesn't quite line up, and you're just like, It's brilliant. It's absolutely. I love it, and I always say that the addition of Queen Charlotte is my favorite change from the book to the show, because the Queen Charlotte's not in the books.
No, she isn't. But why is she so important for the series and she wasn't for the book? Or was she and you just forgot her?
Most of my books don't use real historical characters in them, and if they do, they're certainly not used in as fundamental a way as Queen Charlotte is in the show.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think she's fabulous for the show for a couple reasons. One, because it's an ongoing series, it needs to be more of an ensemble than the books are. The books do have a big supporting cast, and I think one of the reasons people like the Bridgerton series is that you do see the other family members from book to book, but truly each book is very tightly focused on the main couple. So moving that to if you want to have a long-standing series, you do need more of an ensemble cast, so it's nice to have this additional character to help just connect everything and to connect season to season. But also, I think that the Queen and her desires and wants and demands and just everything about her provides this wonderful framework for the show, and a cohesiveness that I think maybe wasn't necessary in the books, but is in the show. And she's just so beautifully written and brilliantly written, and then just brilliantly acted. I can't imagine anyone but Golda doing it. And it is a question I get all the time. What is your favorite change? And it's always you.
Aww.